Oh, this is Alan, Lonely Bookshelf. I'm here with a book review, and the book I'm going to be reviewing is Marissa Conde's Waiting for the Waters to Rise. This was a finalist for the Book and Translation Prize. It was actually translated by her husband, and Marissa Conde is a very well known author. This is the first book I've read by her. See if I can get that straight so there won't be so much glare on the book, on the page. Uh, yeah, it's about right there, but he still sees some glare on it. Try the other side. It's so hard to work. But anyway, let me go through the. Let me tell you something about this book. Yeah, that's about right. That's about best I can do. Let me tell you something about this book. This story starts off with this doctor named Babacar, who is from Mali, and which is in Africa. He now lives in Guadeloupe, which is in a French island out the coast of the Atlantic, Caribbean. And one night, he gets a frantic knock on the door from someone, and he goes to see this woman in a carport, a garage, basically. And the woman is about to give birth. She's very much childbearing pain. The baby is delivered. It was a girl, and the mother dies in the process. The doctor then wraps the baby up and basically kidnaps her. The doctor Babacar is basically wants to is lives alone, as I probably said before, has visits from his mother, who is a black woman with blue eyes, who people say is a witch, and it also is visited by his long lost wife. The writing is voluminous. It's very much you can get a sense of the places of Mali, of Guadalupe, of Haiti, where the doctor and a friend of his eventually goes to find the baby's relatives, the uh, mother's relatives, anyway. And the problem with the book is that the blue-eyed black woman, everybody says is a witch, is constantly repeated several times in the book because the reader probably forgot what the Dr. Babacar's mother looked like. But that's kind of like minimum. You can go past that, and if you want to, and that's okay. But one of the things the reader cannot get past is the backstory. There, in this book, there is roughly more than 60% of the book is backstory. More than 60%. Backstory is okay. You can have a little bit of backstory and go back into the main topic, the main subject of the book. This one doesn't. It's like she wrote all this backstory and came up with this story about a doctor kidnapping a baby, then going to another country to find the baby's mother relatives so they could take care of the child. But there's no story in that. So she has to come up with backstory, like 60% of it. You get a backstory of the mother, a backstory of the doctor, a backstory of the friend, a backstory of somebody that lives in Haiti who said, "Oh, this won't be a." He said in the story, "Oh, this won't be a long story," and it turns out it's 20 pages. roughly 40 pages from the other ones that you just read, or 60 pages from the other ones you just read. There's backstories and backstories and backstories. I cannot believe that this thing won a Nobel Prize for alternative fiction and winner of the English Pen Award. It is ridiculous to have that much backstory in the book. They gave it to her probably because of her previous works. It's it's preposterous. This and it's like, why? And my title for the book, my title for the book and my customer reviews of Barnes and Noble, they ask you for a title for the book, like excellent book or something like that. I said waiting for the plot to rise or the main story to rise because you never get it. The only thing that you get out of these backstories is the fact that when colonialism leaves, chaos ensues. And you could sense that in Babacar's story, the doctor's story, when French colonialism left Mali. You had these tribes that are attacking each other left and right. The Christians against the Muslims. You get to Sudan is the same way. India was the same way when British colonialism left. You had the Hindus attacking the Muslims, or the Muslims attacking the Hindus. And the story goes on and on and on like that. There are over, in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, which is about 14 million people, there are over 300 tribal groups. Over 300. And they're just waiting to explode. So they just start attacking each other. The groups start attacking each other. And they say, oh, it's brother against brother. No, it's not. You're in a different group. That's the only thing you get out of this book. That's the only thing I got out of it. Because it goes back to Haiti. And Haiti, in the story, was right after Baby Doctor Duvalier had left, or I forgot about him. And then chaos ensued because he didn't have his authority over it. He didn't have power over that country. Nobody feared him. And when nobody fears you, chaos will ensue. That's exactly what happens. So, in a country. So, okay, who's going to take control now? Who's going to have absolute power now? And that's what they're trying to figure out. Who's going to have absolute power? And it reminds me of Thomas Jefferson one time when he was at the University of Virginia. He decided to have no rules. And what happened when he had no rules is the fact that chaos ensued. And that is what's going on now. You have chaos ensuing because there are no rules. The people who wanted to defund the police, they're getting their cars vandalized. And they're wondering, well, how come this is happening? You don't have any rules. Well, thank you very much for watching. Have a good week.